testing. All right, let's start, but OCD a little bit. Okay, what place is this? Jabrisky Point, Death Valley National Park. Pretty cool. California. Okay. This. You are given. Okay, so how do we do this? 10, 15, 20. So you have two options. You go to 10, you pay 10. Okay, 0. Index 0. You pick 0, pay 10, or later on you have to do 1, right? You don't know the cost yet, but we pick 10. Right, 10. So here we have two options. So we go 1, 10 plus 15 is 25, or climb 1 or 2 steps. So we didn't pick 2 yet. Let's just pick 1. So then we go to 25 plus 45. So 25 plus 20 is 45. So we either pick 2 or the top, right? Let's call it -1. So, or you can become 25, right? Nothing, right? So from 1, right, you pick the next one, you pay 25, you pick the next one, or you become 25. This is clear here, 25, right? So then 25 versus 45, so the number will be 25, right? So what is this 2 here? So 2, so 0 here, 10, like 25, like this or this. So this is gonna be 10, right? So because 10 is less than this, so then we actually pick 10, right? So I guess because the difference between 10 and 25, right, it would cause the negative one to be 15, right? Because 25 minus 10, right? So we can actually go and see, right? 210, right? 0, 1, 2, right? 210. Or so the 2 here is 25. So 25, and we roll back up to 1 here, 25, or 10, right? So here we, because 210, gonna go to negative 10 of 10, right? What's minimum cost? Hey, hold on, let's I think I calculated wrong. You got 0, this is all the stuff, right? Pick 0, or you pick 1. We don't know the number yet, so we just keep that. So we pick 0, you go to 1, or go to 2, right? When we go to 1, we go to 2, or we just negative. Negative is the final, right? So when we're in 2, you can go to this, right? That's the only option. When you go 2, you can go to paid number to go there, or right. So this is the goal. So when we are 2, we can either go straight, we can only go straight to the goal, or we pay to go to the goal, right? Or whatever, right? We can only do that, right? So we are at 1 here, we can go to 2, or we can go to goal, right? And here to go, right? So we start at 0 and the number 0, okay? So we pass 10 to here, right? So if we pay 10 and so if we pay 10, right? So this cost is here is 10, right? So that means it make it go to here. You pay 10, get to here, right? So in here, so let's just annotate the number here. 0, 10, 15, so easy to remember. 2 is 20, right? So 10 plus 15 here is 25, right? So finally we can, from 2 we go 25, that's 25, or we, okay, or 45, right? If we landed at 2 at 25, right? So we landed at 1 with the cost 10, land at 20 at the cost 25, land at final at the cost 45, right? Or at 1 we can jump 2 with the cost that is 25, right? So this is taking over. This is the final here, right? So now we play cost 10 to also get a 2, right? But 2 here got some number, right? So that we have to recalculate. So 10 here, 2 is 20, and then 10, right? So then because we are 2, we can jump straight to that by paying. So this is 30. So now we did not pick this because it's already greater than, right? So we pick this because the order go like that. Okay, so now we start at 1, right? And 1 is 15, so you pay 15 to go to, so because here, right? So the final according to the stage is at this stage, we store the in 0 0 0 a -1, whatever, right? Right, so this give us 10, right? Index 0 is 10, right? Index 1 is, so in index 2 here, out of all of this, the best one gonna be 25, this number, right? So 1 gonna be so far 10, right? So now because 1 give us what, 15, wait, hold on, 1 0, sorry, then right, so we can also keep the current min, right? Current min here is, so either we calculate them again, in this case 2 here will be 15, and thus the 2 is what, 2 is 20 and 15, and then we do see a 15 here, so we didn't update because this will cause us to do that, right? So we didn't actually go to here because this path guarantee, whatever this path already know that 25 is the max, right? Okay. Um. So it can go straight to the last one with 15 here, because none of these is faster, right? So this one didn't go here because value of 30 is greater than 25, right? This is not going here. So stop because 2 and 10 found earlier already the minimum, right? Something like that. So found new min because this is found new min, it's just because it's less, right? Or another way of looking at this is, do we really, we can just find new min if by compare the diff, right? For example, right, so we can just say if because this is starting with negative, right? Whatever this is, then this will be override with 10, and then this is 20, and 0 is 10, yeah, 1 is 10, yeah, and then 2 is 25, right? So we can just say because value found at 2 before is 25, right? Do we just do a 25 minus 10 equal 15? This is the new min, right? Right? Because 10 here, right? So when we get to 20 before, it's actually 25, right? But now we found a new value to be 10. That means whatever, just do a what? So 25 to do a different, it'll be equal 25 minus 10, right? Gonna be 15, right? Or we can just let it keep calculating, right? So let's try that. We're gonna make a result one more than the length of the cost, and then plus 1. And the cost will always be greater than 0, right? Cost, yeah. Okay. So what we do is, first we gotta follow this thing, right? So for you gotta write a function called the min cost recursive. Right? Let's just return 0, right? So we want to call minimum of, so the one we want to return -1, right? Okay. So we wanna do min cost recursive on 0, and then min cost recursive on 1, right? Because the index will be where we started, right? This is actually 0, right? Okay. So if I is greater than the length of cost, then basically we return right? Otherwise we have to, from the current I, so okay, cost, okay, we're gonna do the result of okay, so we starting at 0, which we have the result here, and the result, if it's not less than cost, that means we have not out of option yet, right? Then we pay the cost of the cost I, so result I equal that plus equal, we paid the price, so like in this case we went here, so this will be 10, right? Will be 10, or we can jump to result of I plus 2, right? Plus equal to cost I, right? Right, we can say that okay, so we gotta call recursive on pay the cost, okay, so we are at this 0 here, right? So we are at this 0, then the starting cost will always be 0, right? Right, and then we do result I plus we only do this. So should we start with -1? If cos of I plus result away, so in this case, okay, focus. So we got here, right, in 10, and then at 1 it become okay, so 0 is actually 0, right? 10, and then at these 2 here gonna be right, 2 gonna be 25, right? And then finally we get negative 1 will be 45. We wanna see that thing first. It's gonna be 0, right? So somehow we gotta do that, and then +1, right? And after we jump to the next one, we would call the recursive on +2, right? Okay, so at 0 is gonna be this, and then if we pick the 0, we will go to the 1 or the 1 plus, let's say, so this 0. So either if we pay the cost, climb 1 or 2 steps. So we climb 1 or 2, something like that. Okay, so now if it is actually greater than or equal to that, then the result I gonna be plus equal so do we should we do 0 though? Yeah, starting out at 0, and we say that okay, if you pay this cost, you can climb 1 or 2 steps. Good, right? So then how do we get to the last one though, right? So do we have the sum here on the one of the passing condition? Or should we do -1? Right? So with this current approach here, we will start with, okay, hold on, let's see. First we do 0 0 0 0, right? So if we pick 0, then this gonna be 10. Wait, so we pick 0, okay, so 0 cost 0. So will it be 10? And will be, we want to be 25 and 45. So that was the first, like, that we go, and then we backtrack here, and then we found that we also can go to this with 25, right? Okay, hold on. So okay, so you need to do a cost here, right? So if we pay this cost, then you can jump to the cost is actually gonna be cost plus cost I, right? Or if you jump, if you, so we are at 0, right? We pay 10 and get to 1. So when we at 1, we can get to 1 or we can get to 2 with the same cost, right? So this is the cost plus cost I, cost plus cost I, right? So we start at 0, we pay 10, we can go to 1 or 2 with the same cost, right? And we're at 2, and we at 1, we pay the cost at 115, will be this plus this, will be 25, right? To get to this or this, right? So the question, so once we do this, we know the result of I gonna be cost, right? Okay, so let's see if we did it correct. Hold on. We have 10, 15, 20, 0, 1, 2, right? So our result first gonna be 0, 0, 0, and 0, right? So first we pay this. So actually let's put it here, right? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. We pay the cost of 0 here. Oh no, we pay the cost. We started this. If we paid this, then we pay this. So we pay the 10 cost here to get to that, right? And then eventually we went to this. Eventually we went to this. That means 0, 0, 0, 0 here. And 45. Right? 45 is here. So we backtrack to this, right? So that means 0, 1, 2. So yeah, we keep going to the 1 here to go to number 1 here. Keep going until we get here. And then when we get here, we backtrack. So from here, so we at this step. So this propagate this up here. Right? So this is running 1 step and then going to 2. Going to 2 now, right? So 2, okay, 1 plus 1, 0, 1, yeah, 1 plus 1 is 2, and 1 plus 2 is what? 1 plus 1 is 2, and 1 plus 2 is 3, right? So 3 is equal to that, right? So, but the cost gonna be 25, right? So 0, 0, 0 here, and 25, okay. So basically 0 here is gonna be minimum of result of I and the cost, right? So we got 25, right? So this is the one here. Now we go back to here, right? So we want to store the result one here, right? So result I is gonna be equal to cost of I. That's what it is. Okay, so now the branch that is 2 here, 0, 1, 2. Okay, so when we get all the way to number 1 here, so the cost right now is 10, right? So cost right now is 10. So 10 plus I here so we have to, I think, propagate this, right? So like when we get here, right, we got the result here, right? So then we want this to be 25, right? So we add this, right? So we enter this with, okay, cost is 25. We can go to the goal here, which is making it cost it to be 45, right? And then we come back here, we can go straight to the goal here, right, which is making the cost to be 25, but it's affecting this. But finally we add, oh wait, hold on, this is 1 can go to 2, or 1 can go to final, right? So that means we need to cast the 2 here, right? The 2 go to whatever, right? Then 25, yes, and then 2 here, 20, and then 10. Right, so when we go to 2 again, we see that the value is 10. Okay, actually we can 25, we can override them, right? But we get here is not greater than that, and we do that, right? So okay, hold on, let me track down the print the cost and stuff to see if we got it correct, right? Because this is rather confusing. So okay, we add 2 and the cost here is, and we print the result. We run it first. Oh, oh, let's call this C then. Oh, choose cost. Ooh, this index out of range. Um, do we go 0, 1, 2, right? And then we can go to 3. Um, okay, let's look at what is this now, right? So first, the cost 0, okay. Oh, we did not go into what is the I now? So the I now is 4, right? So 0, 1, 2. So we should have 4, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So we go all the way. And another thing is, oh, we have to print the C here. We print the cost earlier, right? So this is the cost. Okay. 10, 15, 20, good. So 10, 25, 45, 0, 1, 2, 3, right? So 3 is here. So this is minus 1, right? 0, 1, 2, right? So we can just do the minus 1 here. Okay. So let's we compile. So yeah. Oh, sorry. Hmm. Oh, because we started at 0. Right. Can we? We can do if greater than, let's see, then we get the value, right? Okay, so we go all the way, we got 45, and we got 25, right? So right now we go through all the stuff that is repeating, right? We want to have a way to say that, okay, so in this case, right? So like we want to store 25 here, so that if we ended up um to a value that is less than that, so we don't have to go all the way back, right? You see, we see here, right? So let's just not do this. Let's just print the result. Yeah, so now we extract some pattern and see if we can cache stuff, and that should be it. Okay, so right now, yeah, so we go 0, 1, 2, and then 3, right here, right? So 0, 1, 2, so 2 can jump to 3 or jump to 4, right? So that will change the cost. So you can see 3 and 4 here is first time, right? We take the 4, right? So let's just print this. Right, so 3 and 4 take it. Oh, 45. Oh, let's do this. Right, 3 and 4, right? So 2 can jump to, let's just call this 4 or negative 1, right? So like 3 or 4, right? So, and so that means we ended up, after we done with this, right? We know that, okay, the I gonna be the minimum of these two, right? So should we return the C then? Right, okay, so mean what is this? One step to this, 2 step to that. So that means the result of I gonna be minimum of these, right? 1 step, 2 step, right? Check it out. What? Oh, none type. What none type? I return is here. Oh, return result of I, right? Okay, let's see if the thing is correct. And 5. So yeah, so we got 2, which is 45 here, right? No, 25. 2 is 25. And so now we at 0, we can go to 1 or 2, right? 2 here, go to 25. 1 is 25, right? 1 is 25, is that correct? And right, so we want to say that we should even go into this step if the value is not 0, right? So we can see that in this case, what? Hold on. So when we land in 2 again here, right, we see that 2 here is 10, right? So we can go, right? But from 2 here, we go to this, right? and this is already less than that, so we stop there, right? So we should only go in the step if the value of the step right here in the result already have result. Okay, if I plus 1 greater than right, so if we go down, right, we at 0, right, we go all the way here and make 2 to 25, and yeah, so and then 1 here can go to 2, or 1, oh, the 3, sorry, so 3 here is 25, right, 1 plus 1 or 1 plus 2, right? So because go to 2 here is still, we see that 3 0 1 2 3, okay, yeah, 3 here is 25, and this is equal to, oh, it's less than, so we take this 25, right, for the final value to become 25. So we should take 25, right? Right. Right. Okay. So let's go. It's rather confusing. Okay. So we at 0, go to 1, and okay, let's check our array as well. So 1, yeah, and then finally 45. Good. This is also 45. 0 1 2 0 1 2 2, go to 3 or 4, right? 2, go to 3, yeah, 45. Or you can go to straight to that last one, and you can go to 3. You can do so right now this 45 is doing twice, right, with the 4 here, right? So now we back up here for the, so this is 1 step, this is 2 step, right? So after we done with this, we go back to 2 and we say that the minimum of 2 will be 25. Good, right? So this will be, yeah. So now we go back up to, so this is 1 step, right? So now we go back to the 1, copy this, put it here. So 1 gonna have, like, okay, 1 get have to go to 2 already, 1 go to 3 already, so that minimum is 15 here, right? Okay, so now we go back to the 0 portion here, right? So 0 now go to 1 already, the 1 branch is done, so this is 15 already. Okay, so now we went to 2 here, right? So 2 steps, 0 1 2, right? So because we 0 1 2 2 is 25, okay, so this will go, right? So this will go, and the value here start with this. So 0, 1, 2, 2, 25. So it's gonna be, if it succeeds, this will be replaced with 10, right? So 2 here gonna go to 3 and 4 again. 3, 25, and 3, what? 3, yeah, 30, or go straight to 3 with 10, right? So this is, oh, we are 2, right? We can jump to 3 with the same cost, with paying the 20 cost, or we can just jump to oh, if I already in the last one. So basically, right, from 2, the only option we can do is this, right? Because so we have to also check the jump in here. So if I is if right, so we don't want to like run extra step here, right? Because from 2 with this one, we can go straight to go with paying this cost, right? So the only cost we can, okay, if you pay, you can climb 1 step, which is the goal, right? Or 2 step, which is also the goal, right? So those 2 steps need to be the same, right? So if I, so whatever, when we land on step I, we have to go to I plus 1 or I plus 2 with the same cost, right? If whatever you run on, actually not bad, just let it be 45, right? You pay them, right? So like both 45, right? So that's fine, right? But what we want is, once we go back, then this should be whatever this is, right? 25, right? Right, so we get back to this, we know this, and to go to 3 and 4, this is 4 both with the cost 30, and because the cost here is 25, we stop here, right? Right. So that means at any particular step, if we found that the cost here is actually not greater than what already in here, then we don't bother, right? So okay, so if okay, so if it's greater than, we handle that. Then here we say if result of I, if cost greater than the result of I, right? Then just, so here we just return what we want it to be. So 30 is not greater than, right? So just return result of I then, right? So this will return what the result of eyes is. Okay, so we are at 2 and if the cost now of 2 here is 10, right? Oh no, hold on, it's C plus cost of I. So 10 plus 20, right? It's gonna make it become 30, right? And 0, 1, 2, 30 already greater than 25, right? So we don't even bother and we just return 25. So conclude of this branch is 25, right? Okay, so now we the outcome of this is gonna become 25, right? So now we start at 1 and with this current configuration, so 0 plus 15 is greater than is equal, right? So we keep going. So 1 we can go to, so basically we copy this branch right here, right? So okay, oh okay, so this one you can go to 2 with 0 plus 15 is 15, right? Or we can go straight to the last one with 50, right? So this become, let's copy this. Okay. So okay, we are 2 and the cost to land at 2 already 15. 0, 1, 2, right? So because it's less than, right, we do this and 15 per 20 is 35. 35 greater than, then we don't do that, right? Or we can go straight to 2 with 15, then this becomes 15. Become 15. Right? Is that correct though? And we have two test case correct. So let's see if we have like time limit exceeded somewhere. We have to catch them, right? So basically run. What? 0. What? Was that because of this if case here? We will see. Zero, zero, zero. Oh. So we want to stop at this case, right? We want, okay, so when we pay 10 to land into, okay, and the current 2 is 25, that means there's a chance to beat it, right? So then we go to 3. When we go to 3, we say that okay, if it is If it's greater than, no, it does not. Then we just simply return because of this, right? So let's just run this and see if what we have already working with all the test case first, and see. Oh. Wrong answer here. Is this test case? Oh. This is we output 1. We expecting 0. Oh. Okay, so let's see what we do wrong. Okay, 0001. What do we do here? We keep going 1, 2, and 3, right? And the result is 1, right? So from 3, 0, 1, 2, right? 2. From 0, 1, 2, 3, right? We can go to 4 and 5, good, right? And 0, 1, 2, 3. The 4 is something we did is wrong here. Something going on here. Okay, so let's look at our stuff here again. Do this. Another example. Alright, so first we do start at 0, right? We pay, oh, this is 0, start with 0, right? We can do 1, right? 0, 1, we can go to 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So either we go to 5 or 6, right? 0, 1, 2, okay, 3 is 1. Zero, 1, 2, 3, right? So 3 we can go to 4 or 5, right? 4 is we don't know. 5 here. Right. So 2 here also go to 4 and 5. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, 4 and 5 is the one, right? So 1 can go to 2, or 1 can go to, wait, hold on. 1 can go to 2, or 1 can go to 1, 1. Because 1 is 2. So there's 3 here. Right. So 3 here, we're repeating the same branch, I think. We can go to 4 and 5, right? So there's a lot of repeating branch here, right? So we can somehow cache them. That would be nice. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, or 0, 2, right? Okay, so now we go and calculate. set everything at 0. We put 0 to get to here 0, right? We pay the second number is the value. Okay, 0 1 2 3. 3 is 1. Yeah, 3 is 1. Right. So 1 can go to 2, or 1 can go to 3. What is this 2 here? This 2 here is the 0. This one. Okay. So you pay 0 again, and pay 0 again. At 4 here you pay 1, right? You pay 1 to go to 4 and 5, right? So 3, 3 you also pay 0. You get to 3 with 0, so this is also 1 and 1, right? So 2 0 here, and you pay 0 to get to 1 or 2, right? So when we get to here, we know that the max here gonna be 1. Max is gonna be 1, and 3 here gonna be min of these. Gonna be, do we propagate the thing here, or do we just keep the 0 here? Right, let's just keep the 0. So here we have to keep, right, the 0, right? So 2 here out here to say that, okay, I don't, the value here gonna be 0, right? Right, so all the way we have to cache this branch of 3 to 4 5, right? And then eventually 2, right? Right, if 2 is equal, right, equal, then just don't do it. So only when it's less than, just do it, right? So skip the branch because it is the same as the one. This is already evaluated, right? And then another requirement is you can also start at, but this time this is 1, because you can also start at 1, right? Because we start at 1, all the branch here is this branch, right? So when you start at 1, okay, then you go 1 2, go to 3, so you go to 3, right? And hold on, does 2 also go to 5 here? 2 and 3 is 1, and 2 go to 3 and 2 go to 4 here. Sorry. Go to 4 here. 0 1 2 3, right? 4, which is basically the one is right here. Okay, so 2 here actually make it become 0, right? So you can go, you can pay 0, get a 3 or 4 to get to 0 to get to also get to 4, right? So it basically make this become 0, right? So some mistake that we make here cause it to become 1. Okay, so we have to fix that first. So if you ask I, you can go to I plus 1, I plus 2 with the cost, that is C this, C plus whatever this is. Right, so the mistake here probably is, let's print out stuff in CL array. Okay. Compare this with that. Right, so we got 3. Go to 4 and 5, right? 4 and 5, good. Which is what we have here, 4 and 5. And then we go back to 4 again, which is this. And the result now becomes this. That is wrong, right? 3 go to 4 and 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, right? This one. This one basically, does it just mean that this is the cost here? Right? No. Wait, hold on. We go to right, so we add 4 here. It gives us 0, right? So it make this become 0, right? Okay. What did we return? Because we still return 1. Right. Okay. So let's trace them back. We are at 4 here and 5. It gave us 1 here, good. And then at 4, we found out that we can go straight to the thing. So this becomes 0. Good. And then 3. And then 3, we found out that good. 1, we pay the cost of 0 to get to 3 directly. If we get to 3, go to 4 and 1 here, right? And somehow it go here, right? Four, right? 0, 1. Wait, this is 0, 1, 2, 3. Right? A 3 right here. We can pay 1. Okay. So basically, the result here should be the minimum of these in that, I think, right? So we do that. Okay, so now the case B is correct, but the other one is not. Something wrong. Guess what? All right, so the first thing we can also do is forget about the result, right? Let's just give whatever this is, right? Is that correct though? And then we just return this. I don't think so, but no, we have to cast them. let's trace them back again. Oh, sorry. You have to do this and that. Oh, thanks for the follow. Didn't notice. Who's that? Alabi. Thanks for the follow. I'm still debugging this. I'm a noob in dynamic programming. Okay. So we got the first case is correct here, which is this give us 1. But we can also go straight from 2 to 4 here, which is make it become 0. Good. And then we got 0, 3 here is 0, right? And we go to 4 here. We basically saying that okay, when we go to this guy, we don't want it because it's 0, right? We don't wanna mess with it, right? So basically here we got a return result -1 actually, right? So okay, so result -1 equals 0 or result of greater than, then we take the C, then the here always gonna be that, right? Okay, hold on. Why is it still doing? Wait and see. Do we take equal? Hold on. So first we got 1 here. Good. Just in line with this. Then we have the 4, which is the lesser value, right? So we take that, and then what happened to 2? Hold on. So 1 here. Okay, 4. Good. 4 make it become 0, and then we go 3 again, and 3 we 0 1 2 3 3 we pay 1 to get to 4 or 5, right? And we make it become 1 again. Oh, so basically we just do this, right? So result of I, when we go, we found that we didn't override this, which is the function of this is doing things correctly, right? We go to 3 again, and we go to 4, and this become this. But why? Because this thing is overriding, right? Increment up 1 step, right? This is still correct, right? I think. Right? Okay. So let's also print 1 step. def def right. Oh, this is also this, right? Oh no, C and that, right? Let me check. Okay, hold on, let me print current cost. See, finally we have print the result of I. It's gonna become okay. Hey, yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's just put the result of comma I and result. We'll see. Okay. Some reason it didn't click in my brain yet. Okay, so okay, which is this one, 5, also that one. Maybe we should also propagate, right? Like, okay, so we'll think about that later. Okay, one step and 2 step cost the same. 0, 1, 2, 4, and 5. Wait, I'm lost here. So first we go to 3, 4, 5. Good. 3, 4, 5. And the 4 will nullify it back to 0. Okay. And then we go back to 3. Yeah. And because wait, why doesn't the 3 doing anything? Right, the 3 just had the resolve. Right, the 4 make it become 0. Oh, maybe the 3 here. What happened to the 3 here? I see 3 and the cost is this. This is the resolve. Does it not go in here? Oh, the 3 print and then the 3 go to 4 and 5 again, right? And if result is 0. Oh, I see. Right, so maybe we should just initialize this with negative, right? And to avoid the confusion, right? Whatever, right? Yeah, this is like off by 1 or something. Initialization issue, right? Let's see if we pass this first. For sure we need to cast some stuff so that, like, see, we go from 0, 1, 2, 3 right here, right? And then we also can skip this branch right here because, like, we go 3 here. We came across 3, 0 before, right? So we just return that. We just not do anything, right? But let's see what test case actually give us time limit exceeded or not. Mid. Uh-oh. judging for so long. Probably we met the case. There we go. This is when we need to cache somehow, right? So basically, if we need to stop recursive, right? And return that result, right? Right. For example, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? We went this route, and we went 4. 4 actually make it become better because 4 is 0, right? Right here. But we get to 3 here, right? But this kind of cache we did before, right? So we could just return that, right? So I thought by doing the result here, right? So so for example, right, this case right here, we want to say that the fact that we go to 4 here, because hold on, who's pinging? Fine. Because 4 actually make it become less, right? So 3 here go to 4 and 5 because it's, we actually go to 4 and 5 because it make it become 0, right? So basically we have to say that here's mean that if the result of I is not equal to -1 and result of I plus the cost, right? Result of I, so result I here gonna be this, okay. So basically saying 0 plus 1, okay, hold on. Okay, so we got through all these. So for example, if we choose 0, 0 here, right? Right, you want to say that if result of I is not negative and the cost plus that we already seen before, right? So for example, we mean that this is the I and this is the cost. Can we cache it with the array, or should we just do the dictionary, right? Let me think. Can we cache them with just an array, right? Or we can just simply say that if and it's basically if the result, the cost plus the cost I, okay, yeah, C plus cost I, right, for the is already greater than the result I, right? Then just don't bother, just return the result of I then, right? Okay, this, we pass this case. Equal if it was. Okay, we got 25, bruh. If the result that we see before and the cos, the c plus cos I, right, is greater than, so meaning, oh, right, this, no, it has to be c plus cos I, right? Struggling real bad. Okay. Okay, for example, right? Let's do this. -1. Oh, sorry. -1. We start with this. Right? And we say that, oh, whatever this is, -1, right? We keep going, right? Keep going. Keep going. Right, so we get to here. We say that, oh, we found the number gonna be 1. And then here we see that, okay, -1, then we take that value into this, which is 1, right? And we go back up, but this one we know that the number gonna be negative, right? So the number gonna be negative. Okay, hold on, it's gonna be 1. Okay, so we're gonna do 0 plus 1, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, right? So 3 here we're gonna put, so if we did it like this, right, obviously the result here gonna be the minimum of these two, right? But we need C though. So right now the cost that we have in here is 1, right? So right now our approach is we take the minimum of these two brands. So this is returning 1 and this is gonna be 0, right? Right. And yeah, so now we go back one more, right? So now we go back to here, 2, and okay, 3. That's 1 step. That's 2 step. Here is gonna give us 0, right? And it's gonna return 0, right? So a 2 here, so it's gonna start with this 0, 1, 2, right? 2 gonna give you the minimum of 3, which is 3 here is 1, right? No, 3 is 0. 4 is 0, right? It's gonna be 0, right? And what do we do wrong, right? So we want to say that if we landed on something like 3 here, we want to say that okay, because we don't want to do all this again, right? Because like if we land on 1, right, so if 0 plus 0 gonna be 0, right? If the cost c plus the cost here, right, is already that, then return that, right, which is already greater than or equal to, right, which is what I said, but the answer is wrong, right? So we must have done something wrong here. If we can fix 1 and 2, that would be great. So let's bring up our debug here. Let's see. Okay. Whoa. Let's just X this case out first so that we can debug the other two. Okay. So we have that. So okay, go back to 0 here. Zero, 1, 2, 3. Okay, go 3. Okay, 3 got 45. Good. And 4 also got 45. Okay. So then we would cache it to become 25, right? Yeah, 225. Good. Right. Right. So do we always cache 2 with the cost though? We can try that. Or does it even matter, right? But yeah, let's try that. Okay. 2 here is 25. And we also do 325. Okay, so if we put 10 here. 0, 1, 10. Okay. Good. And then we go back to 2. Right, 210. Right, we say that. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, we got 10, right? So this is less, right? Oh, we want to greater than or equal, right? So if it is greater than, right? Okay, so we fix that. And case number 1 still wrong somehow. We want 15 and we got 25. The only way that we got 25. So right now at 1 is 10. 1 is 10. So which is wrong, right? That's not how we should cache it, right? So 1 here should be, was that 10 or 15? So that is wrong here, right? So we want to find, okay, so this give us 25, right? And finally 25. Good. But we want to say that, okay, if we, so 0, right? So if this is this, then do that, right? No, it's C cost, so it make no differences, right? So if so for our cases we stop at 10, at 1, right? So which is because our heuristic is we saying that okay, if the C here, C is what? C is 0 plus the cost I here, cost I here is 1, right? Is actually greater than I don't think we should do this right here, right? So the result I would just be, what should it be? Should we just propagate 25 across, right? No, it shouldn't be 25. So the fact that we evaluate this is because it doesn't have the value in the beginning, right? So like -1, -1, -1, -1, right? So we go all the way here and then finally we found that okay, the final number is this number and this as well, right? So once we found that number, we want to say that okay, if we go to 2, right, with the 25, right, then we will achieve the 45, right? So do we want to cast them in and here we want to also do 2 and okay, 3. So we want to go to 325. This is not, if we're picking this, let's for the sake of this, let's just let it be -1 here. Okay, so we came across 25, right? And then 3 before, right? And we say that if the cost we look at here is 25, which is less than 45, then we take that, right? All of this still -1, right? So we need to figure out how to do this -1 again, right? So now we land on 2 again, but this time we land on 2 at 10, right? Whereas before we land on 2 at 25, right? So then we want it to keep going, right? Right? So maybe the outcome of this, right, is we want to store the 2 of 25, right? And the 3, okay, the 3 is fine. 25, right? And okay, so maybe these you want to do this only, right? Or whatever. But what if we come across ourselves, right? Result I, right? Okay. Okay. And the question next is, will it pass the case of the big number? Okay, doesn't seem like it will pass. Yeah, time limit exceeded, right? So let's look at this. Okay, it's 25. Gonna be the result of these two. Okay. So 2 gonna go to 3, 4 again because now we found the 10. Right? Right, but this is 25 now. Right? So then in the case of this, it would return the result of I, which is 25. Okay, so now let's see if we did skip some of them first. This case, move this. Do some printing. Okay. So we do 3, 25. Okay. Then we, oh, one step is 25, 25. Oh, it still do -1 here. So current cost is 10. 0, 1, 2. Okay, 325. 0, 1, 2. Right. Why doesn't it put 25 here? Oh, this is 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, yeah. That's fine. So -1. Right. So then we go back to 2. Right. So actually 2 here is not get it, right? So 2, 3, 4, right? 2 first. Let's go look at 2 first. 2, 3, 4, right? And then back to 2. 2, 3, 4, right? And then back to 2 here. Current cost 25, right? So we should put 25 here, right? Which is the one that make it which is the path that make it become 45, right? So basically, should this not be okay? So if result I or result I is greater than cost, and result I equals C, right? Is that what it is? Is there something wrong? We got 25, right? Okay. 225, now 210, right? We'll do that. No, but this make the thing become 10, right? This should not be that, right? For sure. Okay. Has to be like that. Something wrong, something wrong. but this doesn't guard against the time limit exceeded. So could be somewhere that we can pass them correctly, right? So the fact that we evaluate like through here, right? So if we found a number, right, we do 2 again here, trying to do 2 again, because when we land on 2 we pay 10, right? But the previous 2 here is 25, right? Then there's the potential 10. So all we know is if we pay the cost here, so the cost at the I here, the cost to land on I here is actually 10. Let's land on 2. It's 10. Similar to 1. Cost to land on 1 is 10. Right? But the cost to land on 3 now and 4 now is actually way more than what we already have. Right? So we don't do that. And then we back out. When we back out, we out of option. We start at 1. And we say the cost to land on 1 now is actually 0. Okay, we try again. And then we see that, okay, now the cost to land on 2 is actually 15. Right? This gives us what, 35. Right? All the cost to 3 here now is actually 15. Right? So this we couldn't cash much, right? So what happened if we let me write down. And actually give me another 20 minutes to think straight. 10 or 15 minutes. Actually, I'll be back maybe tomorrow morning looking at this, because right now my brain is freeze. But yeah, later, I'm still looking at this